10 Karnataka lawmakers who allege that their resignations were not being accepted have been asked by the Supreme Court to meet the Speaker by 6 p.m. this evening. The court has ordered police protection for the MLAs and asked the Speaker to take a decision today and inform the court as well. At the same time, the Speaker has asked for an urgent hearing where he wanted to explain why he needed more time to consider the resignation letters which were submitted, albeit not in a proper format. At least that's what the Speaker claims. Now, the Supreme Court has disallowed this and has said that any hearing on this specific matter needs to come up later if required, but not immediately. The Karnataka Assembly Speaker has said that he was not in office when 11 resignation letters came in and that he examined them only on Tuesday. He had rejected 8 of the letters and asked lawmakers to meet on the 17th of July. Clearly, the Supreme Court seems to be indicating that things need to move faster. The former Attorney General Mukul Rohatgi, who's representing the lawmakers who want out of the coalition government, have said that the Speaker has made himself scarce and is not doing what he is supposed to do. But let me come to you first, Maya. 6 p.m. is the deadline. Is it almost incumbent upon the Speaker at this stage to accept these resignations, because initially there was a problem with format? Assuming they go to the Speaker with properly formatted letters, what is likely to take place?
I met the Speaker just now and spoke to him as he emerged from Vidhana Sautha, and I asked him if it was in fact possible for him to take a decision on the resignations by midnight tonight. He said he could not say at this stage, he would not answer at this stage, but he said it was his duty to let the Supreme Court know about the issues that were facing him, that his lawyers would be appearing at 3 p.m. to actually make it clearer about what the situation was. He has always said that he wants to meet the MLAs personally before clearing the resignations to make sure that they were doing this voluntarily. He has given them time on the 17th, later this week, but the Supreme Court, of course, saying that they have to meet him today at 6 p.m. So he will be meeting them today at 6 p.m. Those 10 MLAs who actually approached the Supreme Court, he will be meeting them at 6 p.m. today. The Vidhana Sautha is like a fortress now with police outside it, inside it. Vehicles not being allowed in, restriction on vehicle movement, prohibited orders around Vidhana Sautha ahead of this meeting with the Speaker. This was after a scuffle yesterday when 2 Congress MLAs actually came to submit their resignation. So all political roads leading to the Vidhana Sautha, but the Speaker telling us that it was his duty to try and let the Supreme Court know what the situation was. He has said earlier that there was no time frame, that people have waited months to know the resignations were accepted. That is the Speaker who is really the center of it all right now.
All right, let's just listen in to what the Speaker told Maya a little while back.
Speaker of the Karnataka Assembly is really the man of the moment. The MLAs are supposed to meet him today. He has said that he also needs time. Sir? Sir, 1 second. The Speaker Ramesh Kumar. Sir, you've also approached the Supreme Court.
My advocacy, when I made a party, implemented as a party respondent, I have to appear before the Supreme Court. I am a citizen of this country.
Yes.
All of us respect the Supreme Court. My advocates are up. They have sought time with the Chief Justice. They are putting in their appearance by 3 o'clock.
Is a decision possible from you today about the resignations?
I can't answer that question. It all depends.
But you are meeting the rebel MLAs at 6 o'clock today.
I am duty bound to meet them. Yes.
Well, let's also bring you a couple of reactions from the Congress party. Where exactly is the Congress party headed in Karnataka? We'll also need to talk about Goa, where so many of their leaders have crossed over to the BJP. Here's what senior Congress leaders had to say.
The petitioner who moved the Supreme Court, his counsel, after the matter today, came and spoke to you in the morning. Our client, the Speaker of the Karnataka Assembly, learnt of all these developments from the press, and so we have moved an application at 2 o'clock by mentioning before the Chief Justice's Court that these are the constitutional provisions, these are the real facts. Under this law, the Speaker is obliged to decide disqualification petitions pending. He is obliged to form his own view about genuineness and voluntariness, and that the Constitution was amended to provide for a process which the Speaker has to follow. We have respectfully pointed all this out in an application. The court is kind enough to list it tomorrow along with the other matter. As far as the main matter is concerned, I am not here to argue before cameras. It will be argued tomorrow. I am only pointing out what has been stated in the application, and the Honourable Court will decide, which is that the Speaker should be allowed to follow the constitutional process which is obliged upon him by several articles of the Constitution, which require him, by amendment of the Constitution, to follow an adjudicatory procedure to decide the voluntariness and the genuineness of the resignations.
This matter was taken up today by the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice's bench heard the matter. The court has accepted the request of the 10 MLAs who have resigned that they will appear before the Speaker at 6 p.m. today, which means that they will fly from Bombay to Bangalore. The Speaker will give them an audience, because it was our case that in the last few days the Speaker did not give them an audience. The Speaker will pass an order on the plea of resignation. The order will be placed before the court tomorrow. The case will come up tomorrow, and the DGP Karnataka has been directed to provide proper police protection to all these 10 MLAs when they land in Bangalore and go to the Speaker's office. The matter is directed to be placed tomorrow.